good stretch to wake myself up, then reached over to my right, feeling for the comforting presence of my mother's body. The reassuring smell of her skin always said to me, "Wake up, get out of bed, come on." But my hand felt nothing, only the white cotton cover between my fingers. I pulled it towards me. I turned over with my eyes wide open. I propped myself on my elbows and tried calling out, "Mother?" But she didn't reply, and no one replied in her place. She wasn't on the mattress. She wasn't in the room where we had slept, which was still warm, the bodies tossing and turning in the half-light. She wasn't in the doorway. She wasn't at the window looking out at the street filled with cars and carts and bikes. She wasn't next to the water jars or in the smoker's corner talking to someone, as she had often been during these 3 days. From outside came the din of Quetta, which is much, much noisier than my little village in Ghazni. That strip of land, houses and streams that I came from, the most beautiful place in the world, and I'm not just boasting it, it is true. Little or big, it didn't occur to me that the reason for all that din might be because we were in a big city. I thought it was just one of the normal differences between countries, like different ways of seasoning meat. I thought the sound of Pakistan was simply different from the sound of Afghanistan, and that every country had its own sound, which depends on a whole lot of things, like what people ate and how they moved around. "Mother?" I called. No answer. So I got out from under the covers, put my shoes on, rubbed my eyes, and went to find the owner of the place to ask if he'd seen her, because 3 days earlier, as soon as we arrived, he told us that no one went in or out without him noticing, which seemed odd to me, since I assumed that even he needed to sleep from time to time. The sun cut the entrance of the Samawat Qazi in two. Samawat means hotel. In that part of the world, they actually call those places hotels, but they are nothing like what you think of as a hotel, Fabio. The Samawat Qazi wasn't so much a hotel as a warehouse for bodies and souls. A kind of left luggage office you cram into and then wait to be packed up and sent off to Iran or Afghanistan or wherever. A place to make contact with people-traffickers. We had been in the Samawat for 3 days, never going out, me playing among the cushions, mother talking to groups of women with children, some with whole families, people she seemed to trust. I remember that all the time we were in Quetta, my mother kept her face and body bundled up inside a burqa. In our house in Nova, with my aunt or with her friends, she never wore a burqa. I didn't even know she had one. The first time I saw her put it on at the border, I asked her why, and she said with a smile, "It's a game, Enaiat. Come inside." She lifted a flap of the garment, and I slept between her legs and under the blue fabric. It was like diving into a swimming pool, and I held my breath even though I wasn't swimming. Covering my eyes with my hand because of the light, I walked up to the owner, Kaka Rahim, and apologized for bothering him. I asked about my mother, if by any chance he'd seen her go out, because nobody went in or out without him noticing, right? Kaka Rahim was smoking a cigarette and reading a newspaper written in English, some of it in red, some in black, without pictures. He had long lashes and his cheeks were covered with a fine down like those fairy peaches you sometimes get. And next to the newspaper, on the table at the entrance, was a plate containing a pile of apricot stones, along with 3 succulent-looking, orange-colored fruits, still uneaten, and a handful of mulberries. There's a lot of fruit in Quetta, Mother had told me.